Coming up today, it's the Seahawk basketball show featuring Takeo Siddle. We'll recap 2 games in Virginia for UNCW, a split in conference play. We sit down with Grady Witt in this week's Pepsi Player Profile. We're handing out this week's awards, taking a look at the latest conference standings and a look ahead, a big game coming up this week on the road at Towson. All that straight ahead, this episode of the Seahawk basketball show featuring Takeo Siddle.
Gets a screen from Wester. Stutter dribble, drives in, spins. Far sideline in the left corner. It's May. High arcing 3. Knocks it in. Ross driving left baseline and dunking it against the defense.
Well, closing in on the midpoint of the conference season, UNCW a trip to Virginia last week, a split against William & Mary and Hampton. Mike Vaccaro here with Takeo Siddle, head coach of the Seahawks. And coach, anytime you go on the road, obviously we talked about this the other day, you want to win all those games, but if it's a 2-game road trip, you need to at least get a split, and that's what you did last week.
Absolutely, Mike. You know, you dropped the first one, so there's pressure to get that second one, and we called it a must-win. You never want to come back 0-2 on a road swing, so coming back 1-1, you know, a coach can live with that.
Let's talk about William & Mary here. Again, one of the upper echelon teams in this league right now, and Brian Earl, the offense, the way he plays, this is a tough test for not just you, but anybody facing that team.
Yeah, it's a very unique style, Mike. They play fast, #1 tempo in the country, shoot a lot of threes, a lot of moving and cutting in the half court. So they put a lot of pressure on you in a lot of different ways. And I knew it would be a challenge for us. I thought we were a little non-aggressive to start. It put us behind 22 at one point. We crawled back into it, but I think we ran out of gas at the end.
Yeah, not ideal getting behind a team like this, but again, you showed a lot of grit, a lot of fight to get within 4 a couple of times.
Yeah, the one thing that we kept telling the guys is that they would let us back in because they're going to shoot the ball very quick. They're going to shoot a lot of threes. We just have to make them tough threes. And that happened. I think we closed it down to 4, like you said, and then we just made too many mistakes to end the game, and they finished like a good team does.
Yeah, William & Mary undefeated in Kaplan Arena this season. They get the win over UNCW. Let's take a look from the highlights from last week.
NCA&T, and he's got it on the baseline jumper. It's up and good. That's Madison Durr, so that knee not bothering him a whole lot on that shot.
Yeah, he was able to knock that one down. Have them back, and they're providing energy behind us, providing a good experience as he gets that steal.
And that's a layup good by Madison Durr, so he makes amends very quickly. Tried a little bit casual with the basketball after a very good defensive play.
Yeah.
The Wessler trailing him. Here's May running 3-pointer up and in, 5 straight points for the Seahawks, and it's a 30-13 ball game now. Out front to Christian May. He did a 3-pointer a moment ago, and he does it again. Christian May.
Can't leave him. You left him the first time, and then you leave him again, and it makes you pay.
Cross-court pass up top now to Madison Durr. Durr will take a long 3, and it's up and good. Durr's led them now. He's got 12 in the first half, and it's 40-28. They trail by 2.
William Mary has to clean that up. Another offensive rebound. You don't want to give him another opportunity. That's usually what happens.
Yep, Christian May, boy, he can get hot and really kill you, too. Guys have played their entire careers with Coach Siddle. May, right side, that's an open 3-pointer by Greedy Williams, and it's up and in.
That time he was a little bit greedy there, Jay, knocking down the 3. Wasn't an assist that time.
To the corner, pop step, yep it is. Reverse layup is up and in. Noah Ross, a big time play there offensively. 5:30, that game has been changed. Like the Tribes' noon game on Saturday. 3-pointer, knocked it down, Nolan Hodge. Senior from Greensboro, back to a 6-point lead now, 51-45. And Lowe's now on the left. Lowe's gets a pick up top, bounce pass underneath to Wessler, and the layup is up and in. Wessler beginning to feel it. He's got 9. 53-47. The bunch who has had 4 consecutive 20-win seasons, trying to get back into it with a 3 by Christian May.
That's the wrong guy to leave open. I mean, they did it a couple times in the first half, and then they lose him there, and he's able to knock it.
Wessler on the right, hands that ball to Noah Ross. Ross down the left side of the lane with a driving left-handed tough layup. No good, up and good. Send pass the ball to Dylan Hodge. 7:38 to play. Hodge for three, and it's up and in. Boy, he is
Starting to heat up a little bit.
Yeah,
You can see
he
why
is.
he averages 15.
rock off. There is Greedy Williams, and he got that one over Reese Miller and nails it from three. Wow. 71-64.
77-70 final score. UNCW comes up short there. Coach, 5 in double figures, 2 guys with double doubles, but unfortunately it just wasn't enough against his team.
Yeah, it was good to see those guys play better and have some production. But, you know, like I said earlier, Mike, we put ourselves in a hole, so it was hard for us to get out of it. But very proud of their fight. I knew we were going to have to be resilient throughout the game, after the game, and you know, I thought we had a good way about us when we got back to the hotel and started to recover.
Patrick Wessler, 15 points, 13 rebounds. It was 10 points, 12 rebounds for Nolan Hodge as the Seahawks also out-rebounded William & Mary. I thought that was a factor to get back in this game in the second half.
It was, Mike. At one point we were down 10 rebounds, and you know, I just couldn't understand that. So challenged them to be more relentless on the glass, and we ended up winning the rebounding war, which we have more times than not this year. So that was a good thing coming out of it.
So UNCW falls for the first time in conference play. Would they bounce back? We'll take a break. We'll talk about that next game against Hampton when we return.
Fact, it's Ford Truck Month, and it's the best time to get a great deal on a new Ford truck. From the company that assembles more vehicles, employs more hourly workers, who help make Ford the best-selling truck brand in the Carolinas. It's Ford Truck Month. Get great deals on a huge selection, and that's a fact. Now get 2.9% financing for 60 months plus up to $6,900 in total savings on select 2025 F-150 trucks.
Hey, grab me one too.
Right now, when you download the Hardee's app and join My Rewards, say good morning to 20% off any breakfast order of $10 or more. Wake up to the fluffy omelet biscuit or a home-style loaded burrito and save. That's goodness in Hardee's country.
I'm just being myself, cool as can be. It's so easy. Get out your own way.
Hardee's Original Bag is back, now with even more full-size sandwiches to choose from. The new spicy chicken sandwich, hot ham and cheese, hand-breaded chicken tender wrap, or charbroiled double cheeseburger. Mix and match any two with fries and a drink, just $5.99.
Well, UNCW again loses for the first time in conference play. Coach, again, a little pep talk with the team, letting them know, hey, everything is all right, getting ready for this Hampton game.
Yeah, Mike, at that point we had played 20 games. We won 17 of them. It's not the end of the world. You know, we were just on a 7-game win streak. We had put a 9-game win streak together before that. So I just wanted to let them know, yeah, we should be pissed off. We're competitors. But when you take a loss, you got to keep your spirit up. And you have to make sure that you dive into your process a little bit more and make sure you have great positive energy. And, you know, the response from that is the most important thing. It's not the loss, the response, and I thought we responded in the right way.
And it was a second meeting with Hampton as well. Very low-scoring game in Trask Coliseum. You get the win there, 49-45. Did you expect it to be a different type of game this go-round?
I did. I expected it to be a dogfight. You know, I knew they were going to try to push us around and be physical. I knew we were going to have to bring our toughness with us. But I knew both teams would score more points. That game here in Trask, you know, that was 4 games in 8 days. That was the end of that run, and 3 games in 6 days for them. So both teams were tired. We were a little fresher. Both teams are a lot better than they were the first time we played each other, so I knew we would score more points.
And you had the lead at halftime. You hadn't had that the last couple of games, but what was it about that first half maybe that was a little bit different than previous games?
I thought we were consistent with our identity. I thought we played well. They hit some shots that they don't normally hit, which got them up to 37, 36 points, I think. But I thought we played the right way. We got off to a really good start. I thought our energy was where it needed to be. And, when we lead at half, more times than not, we win the game.
Overall, UNCW a high percentage from the field shooting in this game to get the win against Hampton. Let's take a look at the highlights from Saturday afternoon in Virginia.
His 11th make from distance this season. The big man stretches, and Wilmington with a response. That's Noah Ross, the 6'7", 210-pound senior from Apex, North Carolina. He kicks it back out. Williams, Hodge, three. Rattles in and out, then back in. And Hodge connects from distance.
Hodge leads the team in scoring on the season.
Ross tries to penetrate against Ely and scoops it up and in.
You let him go right, you gotta make him go left if you really.
Dangerous pass, and it's stolen away by the Seahawks. Here comes Williams, crosses Ely over, a right-handed scoop, the layup +1. The steal and the basket for Williams. The lefty went up with a right. And Ross with the steal, other end, and that's going to be a goaltend. So count the bucket after the steal from Noah Ross. Back to Tamara Brown as the three, and the response on the way is all net for Jonathan Lamoth. Only his 4th three of the season, a 25% three-point shooter, but he nets that one from the corner. James Wyatt, the first player in this game to reach double figures. That's a three on the way, and it splashes home for Lamoth. Did not come into this game as a three-point shooter. He made 3 all season. He's now got 2 in this game. May fades away and knocks it down. That is all net for Christian May, the 6'5" senior guard. Hodge lines up, long range three. Yes, sir. Nolan Hodge lets it fly, knocks it down, and UNCW with its largest lead of the day. Noon for Ross. 3-point edge. Wessler scored the last basket. Back up against Brink, feeling confident, puts it up and in, and one. Partially blocked and right to the hands of Wessler, who puts it up and in against Ugazelli.
So UNCW bounces back, 75-67 the final score there. Greedy Williams, coach, he was outstanding, a career-high tying 19 points for him, and really took it to them when needed to in this game.
He's been playing well as of late, Mike. I think he's been really aggressive offensively. He's not looking to score, but he's putting pressure on the defense constantly, and it's creating so much for him, so much for our team. And in that game in particular, Mike, he had it going, and we just wanted to put him in the middle of the floor and let him and Patrick play a 2-man game, and honestly, he took us home.
UNCW now 3-0 this season, games after losses. So again, coach, you guys, you told them, hey, how do you get better? You learn from failure, and that's certainly what you guys did.
Yeah, I mean, this is a scientific fact, Mike. You can't learn unless you fail. So when you fail, you can't hang your head. You have to make sure you pick yourself up, learn from your mistakes, and then be better the next time out.
And the Seahawks certainly were as they get that split in Virginia. We'll take a break here. Grady Witt is our Pepsi player profile. We'll talk about him next. Stay with us.
We understand your time is important, and so is how you measure it. You may want a beautiful timepiece that's able to perform under intense pressure. Or you may want a chronograph with unparalleled accuracy and a sophisticated style. At Reed's Jewelers, you'll find the perfect watch to measure your time. Time is the currency of your life. Measure it well.
Hi, my name is Dr. Claude Jarrett with Wilmington Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, here for your Medical Minute on UNCW's campus. Here in Wilmington, we are fortunate enough to enjoy a lot of sports and outdoor activities. One of the more common injuries that we see this time of year are wrist fractures. The 2 most common type of wrist fractures are distal radius and scaphoid fractures. Both successfully can be treated. However, prevention is always the best. When possible, it's good to remember how to fall. You want to be able to tuck and roll. When you're falling, be aware of your surroundings as well. With Wilmington Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, our job is to help patients avoid long lines and expected cost of emergency rooms. We're able to tackle many orthopedic injuries such as acute traumas, fractures, and sprains.
Preparing for the big game, athletes practice countless hours year-round. Then, it's game time, and their fans get to see the results, cheering on their team to a win. At Coastline Insurance, we're working hard behind the scenes, preparing for when you need us, because we want our customers to be our biggest fans. Let Coastline Insurance shop your coverage and find out why we say, when we shop, you win. Find us online at coastlineinsurance.com.
Joey and Hannah here from your local Window World. Window World products are hurricane tough.
Today we have a special guest to put our windows to the test. UNCW's Sammy Seahawk. How about we start with 60 miles per hour?
Sounds good to me.
70?
Let's do it.
How about an 80 mile per hour fastball?
Won't be a problem.
Window World.
Built hurricane tough.
Hey, I'm TJ Carter, 2006 CAA Tournament MVP and proud alum. Being a part of a winning culture taught me that success takes communication, trust, and teamwork. That's exactly what I bring every day at Southeast Mortgage. Whether you're buying your first home, moving up, or renovating your existing home, my team and I are here to guide you every step of the way. Together, we'll make your home buying journey a slam dunk. So why wait for overtime? Take the shot, call me today, or visit my website below.
Time for another Pepsi player profile. We're highlighting Grady Witt, a transfer from Colorado on this team. And Coach, again, you continue to put a team together at the beginning of this season. What did you see? What were you trying to get out of somebody like Grady Witt?
Yeah, I had known Grady for a long time. I recruited his brother Carter Witt, who played at Wake Forest. He played at Belmont, played at Furman. We recruited him when I was at NC State. I recruited him here when he was transferring from Wake Forest. But so I know him, know the family. I knew Grady would come in and be a team-first guy, somebody that we could count on to run our scout team, somebody who just embodied all the qualities of a good walk-on, and he's been everything and more. So it's great having him. The guys love him. He's been a very valuable piece to our program.
Yeah, and when you have injuries like this team has this year, that your scout team becomes much more important to try to get 10 guys on the floor to get ready for these games.
Yeah, and he's a real big piece of that. Like you think about going into the next game that we have against Towson, he's playing the role of Tyler Tejada. Much different players, but he's trying to do some of the same things that Tejada does. He's very smart. And so executing the scouting report in practice, he does it at a high level.
Well, Kagan Jackson had a chance to catch up with Grady Witt. Here is our Pepsi player profile.
Today's player profile, Mr. Grady Witt by way of the University of Colorado. Grady, how'd you end up at UNCW?
It was a long process, but, you know, we were told after a massive court case that Colorado was no longer having walk-ons. And so I sat with that for a couple weeks and started reaching out to other programs. As a walk-on, you're not necessarily like recruited. Right. You kind of have to sell yourself to the school. And luckily I knew Noah from Raleigh because we would work out with the same trainer. And so Noah just plugged me in and kind of made it happen here. So I'm happy to be here.
Thank God for Noah Ross, man. What a kid that is. What are some of the biggest differences between Colorado and North Carolina?
People ask me to like compare the college towns, and it's not even like you can't compare them at all. Obviously the scenery is a lot different. Yeah. You know, here you're at the beach, there, you know, the backyard is the Flatirons. And so it's just completely different.
So your brother, Carter, he played Division I basketball.
Mm-hmm.
What was that like growing up in a house with somebody who, you know, pretty good basketball player himself?
Yeah, so growing up, you know, I would get to go on all of his recruiting visits. So that was awesome. And since seeing those massive universities, I always knew I wanted to play at the highest level I can. And I wasn't necessarily capable of getting a scholarship at that level, but I knew I always wanted to play at that level.
So if all the walk-ons play 1v1, Who's coming out on top?
What, one of two walk-ons?
Well, you, JoJo, and Mikkel.
It depends on the day. Depends on the day.
Okay, so if today's the day.
If today's the day, I'm feeling good.
So nobody's.
So probably me today since we're off.
Okay. Yeah, I will say you are shooting 100% from three.
I am. Yeah, right now, 3 for 3.
I might be putting my money on Grady Witt there. Who's the best dressed on the team?
Best dressed. Not Patrick. That's for sure. That's for sure. I gotta go with myself. I usually have a clean fit on.
You know, there's a lot of guys on this team that are betting on themselves, and you gotta admire that.
Yeah.
Who's the best dressed on our staff?
Staff. It might be this guy.
Great answer. Who's the worst dressed on our staff?
It might be Hemrick.
Coach Hemrick?
Yeah.
That's the first. Wow.
It might be.
Okay. Coach Hemrick. One thing I'll say about Coach Hemrick is he gets a pair of shoes and he wears them down to the nub. They get nasty. Okay. Final question. Everybody's been asked this. You got to pick one staff member and you got to pick one manager. Someone's got to buy you a basket. Who are you taking?
Okay. So I had the opportunity to sit in here when Madison was answering this question, and so I had some time to think about it. I think I might go Michaela in the post. Let her put it up there.
Michaela?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a first.
Yeah.
That's one for Michaela.
Yep.
Okay. Staff member.
Staff. All right. Staff.
I feel like there's a very obvious answer now. If you want to be different, you can. But
Nah. Let's see. We'll go CP.
Yeah. Who else, right? I mean, that's the answer.
Yeah.
That's the right answer. I mean, I like Coach Henderson. I like Hunter. I think he's pretty. He's a knockdown shooter.
He's the sleeper pick?
I think so.
Okay.
He's a knockdown shooter. I think Coach Siddle, he's a tough guy.
Yeah. If I want some brownie points, I might go with Siddle.
I think Coach Siddle, he's a tough guy. I'd take his tenacity. But Craig, most skilled, not even close.
Yeah.
Craig Ponder.
Yeah.
All right, folks. This has been Grady Witt, and this has been another edition of The Player Profile. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Fact. It's Ford Truck Month, and it's the best time to get a great deal on a new Ford truck. From the company that assembles more vehicles, employs more hourly workers, who help make Ford the best-selling truck brand in the Carolinas. It's Ford Truck Month. Get great deals on a huge selection, and that's a fact. Now get 2.9% financing for 60 months plus up to $6,900 in total savings on select 2025 F-150 trucks.
Hey, grab me one too.
Right now, when you download the Hardee's app and join My Rewards, say good morning to 20% off any breakfast order of $10 or more. Wake up to the fluffy omelet biscuit or a home-style loaded burrito and save. That's goodness in Hardee's country.
I'm just being myself, cool as can be. It's so easy. Get out your own way.
Hardee's Original Bag is back, now with even more full-size sandwiches to choose from. The new Spicy Chicken Sandwich, Hot Ham and Cheese, Hand-Breaded Chicken Tender Wrap, or Charbroiled Double Cheeseburger. Mix and match any two, with fries and a drink, just $5.99.
Time now for the Wilmington Health Play of the Week. We go back to the Hampton game. Greedy Williams to Noah Ross, our Play of the Week.
Williams, a nice feed to Ross, who lays it up.
Grab this defense, gotta get back.
It is Greedy Williams providing us our play of the week this week, Coach. One of his 7 assists that he had against Hampton. And again, not just scoring, but distributing, as he's one of the best assist players in the league this season.
Yeah, that was impressive right there. You know, we've been getting on the guys to get out more and run in transition. And he's been doing a good job pushing the pace. But he would have had 10, 12 assists if we could have finished a little bit more. But what a great pass. Talk about the chemistry between him and Noah Ross. For Noah to make the eye contact with him and put the jets on and Greedy to deliver that ball, that was pretty impressive.
Yeah, you move it off the basketball, you run down the floor like Ross did, you get rewarded as he did right there. When we take a look at the Window World Wilmington High Impact Rebounder of the Week, once again is Patrick Wessler, averaged 10.5 rebounds. So again, he's been a double-double machine this season and doing a great job getting those rebounds, keeping that ball high as well to keep that advantage in his side.
Yeah, that's the advantage of having a 7-footer. He can go out of his area and get them. I've said this a million times. He has to rebound for us to have success.
So that is our high impact rebounder of the week. It is Patrick Wessler, Carolina Ford Dealers Player of the Week. Now we go back to Greedy Williams. For him this week, averaged 14.5 points, 5 assists, 1 steal, shooting 87% from the free throw line as well. So again, his role different than it was last year. Looking for that shot a little bit more if it's there, and certainly it's impacted this team in a positive way.
Yeah, with some of the guys that we have that's been injured, he's been asked to score a little bit more, and he's taking good shots. You know, he's not one of those guys that's a high volume guy. He's going to take good shots within the flow of our offense. We need him to continue to be aggressive. He's emerging at the right time.
Yeah, 12 of 15 from the free throw line as well. Important play from the stripe for Greedy Williams, our Carolina Ford Dealers Player of the Week. We'll take our final break. Back, we'll look at the standings and a look ahead for UNCW. Stay with us.
We understand your time is important, and so is how you measure it. You may want a beautiful timepiece that's able to perform under intense pressure. Or you may want a chronograph with unparalleled accuracy and a sophisticated style. At Reed's Jewelers, you'll find the perfect watch to measure your time. Time is the currency of your life. Measure it well.
Hi, my name is Dr. Claude Jarrett with Wilmington Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, here for your Medical Minute on UNCW's campus. Here in Wilmington, we are fortunate enough to enjoy a lot of sports and outdoor activities. One of the more common injuries that we see this time of year are wrist fractures. The 2 most common type of wrist fractures are distal radius and scaphoid fractures. Both successfully can be treated. However, prevention is always the best. When possible, it's good to remember how to fall. You want to be able to tuck and roll. When you're falling, be aware of your surroundings as well. With Wilmington Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, our job is to help patients avoid long lines and expected cost of emergency rooms. We're able to tackle many orthopedic injuries such as acute traumas, fractures, and sprains.
Preparing for the big game, athletes practice countless hours year-round. Then, it's game time, and their fans get to see the results, cheering on their team to a win. At Coastline Insurance, we're working hard behind the scenes, preparing for when you need us, because we want our customers to be our biggest fans. Let Coastline Insurance shop your coverage and find out why we say, when we shop, you win. Find us online at coastlineinsurance.com.
Joey and Hannah here from your local Window World. Window World products are hurricane tough.
Today we have a special guest to put our windows to the test. UNCW's Sammy Seahawk. How about we start with 60 miles per hour?
Sounds good to me.
70?
Let's do it.
How about an 80 mile per hour fastball?
Won't be a problem.
Window World.
Built hurricane tough.
Hey, I'm TJ Carter, 2006 CAA Tournament MVP and proud alum. Being a part of a winning culture taught me that success takes communication, trust, and teamwork. That's exactly what I bring every day at Southeast Mortgage. Whether you're buying your first home, moving up, or renovating your existing home, my team and I are here to guide you every step of the way. Together, we'll make your home buying journey a slam dunk. So why wait for overtime? Take the shot, call me today, or visit my website below.
Well, closing in on the midway point in conference play, we take a look at the Hardy CA standings. Coach still in first place, 7-1, a game up on Charleston. That big pack of teams that are 4-4 right now. So a couple of weeks here, maybe there's some separation, but certainly you guys trying to stay where you're at atop the standings.
Yeah, we're on the front nine, Mike. We're just trying to finish strong. We have one more game left in the front nine, so we want to finish strong. That'll give us the energy that we need going into the back nine. And that's the most important thing right now, just taking it one game at a time. And we're just trying to have good days, like I always say, take care of us, and then let everything else work itself out.
Well, the next game for UNCW, as we take a look at the Southeast Mortgage upcoming game for the Seahawks. One game this week, back up north. It's UNCW in Towson, Thursday, 9 o'clock tip in Maryland. It'll be the lone meeting between these two schools. So, Coach, I would think that makes this a little bit more important when you look at tiebreakers down the stretch.
Yeah, it is. Like you just said, Mike, when you play teams one time, it's important to try to get that win because the tiebreakers could come into effect later on when you talk about seeding for the tournament. So we've been able to do that with our one-game opponents that we've played. Hopefully we can continue to do that.
Preseason #1 team. They've had a little rough start in conference play, but you know this is going to be one of those toughness type of games.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they got off to a rough start, but as of late, they've won 4 out of 5. We're coming to town. It's a CBS game. It's a rivalry. We don't like each other. That's very obvious. It's going to be a UFC fight.
Yeah, 9 o'clock tip again at Towson, Maryland. 8:45 our airtime on the Breeze, also on CBS Sportsnet, as Coach mentioned as well. Big game on the road for UNCW against Towson. Coach, best of luck.
Thank you, Mike.
For Coach and Riley Nance behind the scenes, also Kagan Jackson as well. I'm Mike Vaccaro. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Another episode of the Seahawk Basketball Show featuring Takeo Siddle.